All right, guys, this is part 2 of the C10 truck series. And today we're going to be taking some stuff off the top of the motor here so we can replace some exhaust gaskets and more than likely the intake gasket as well. We have a loose exhaust down here, and I'm pretty sure it's loose up here as well because this is wiggling in there. So we're going to start tearing apart the motor here, find everything that's wrong with it, and hopefully not snap any bolts. We got one of these coming in the mail, guys, so don't worry. Alright guys, so we're taking off the carb now, and so far 3 out of the 4 nuts weren't even tight, so it's probably been sucking in some air down here without some fuel, probably explaining why it runs like crap. So we're gonna run through this whole thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and purchase everything it needs, all the gaskets, all that. I don't think anything else needs replaced other than the gaskets and maybe some vacuum lines because they're all crappy. And then hopefully she'll run a lot better. Looking over here, this is where the carb was. There's a lot of fuel in there, but besides that, this gasket doesn't look that bad. There was a metal plate on there, back over there. I don't think I'm gonna put that back on there because it's kind of ugly and it covers everything beautiful happening here. But we're looking around down here, and I don't know if this is that important, but that's loose. And then back here, this guy comes straight out. Well, at least we don't gotta worry about breaking them because they're already broken. But, oh, this guy right here is broken. That one's good. These back 3 back here are probably what's leaking and making all that racket, so. Alrighty guys, it's the next day. We have the exhaust manifold off, and every single stud or bolt, whatever, snapped off. So we're gonna try to drill them out and get it all cleaned up, ready to go back on. Looking at the gasket, she was definitely loose. You can see all the carbon deposits around, and it's all rusty, so we'll go ahead and replace that. So looking inside here, there's a whole bunch of junk in there. So we're gonna get it all cleaned up. Looking at the motor, we aren't sure if we should replace that gasket against the head for the intake and exhaust. It's all one gasket. It doesn't seem loose or leaking. We don't want to risk snapping any more bolts and having to drill them out. We're gonna have to figure out this vacuum line mess. I tried taking pictures, but there's just so many dang vacuum lines, and half of them are all screwed up and just came apart. So we're going to be deleting some of that stuff, and we're going to make the engine bay look a little bit cleaner and less complicated. In Kansas, they don't test for emissions, so I'm not really worried about it right now. And also the EGR tube, whatever, for this exhaust manifold, 3 out of the 4 snapped off. And as you can see, they're still in there, so. I forgot to tell you guys, but my dad went ahead and cleaned off this side of the motor. Obviously, he's not going to get all the way down there, but it's looking pretty. The valve cover is black, so it's not just dirty, but that's the actual color. We got a light hanging from here, so we can see everything. And it's looking pretty good. Right now, we're trying some redneck stuff on that manifold. Because I showed you guys that it was loose in the back, and I can move the gasket, and it was tied up front, so it's not very even, it's not flush, so it needs some machining. So we're gonna try to do something here real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing, but I'll probably take a video of it, and if it turns out well, I'll upload it, and if it doesn't, then we're gonna completely forget that we ever tried it, and you guys aren't gonna see that, but I'll let you guys know. Alrighty guys, so our idea for the manifold is not gonna work. We're gonna have to get this machined and milled down. As you can see, it's pretty pitted up, and it just needs cleaned up and a level surface. And I don't know if you guys seen, but in the last clip, it is not level at all. you can't tell like this, but pretty much these are all completely different. It's just 40 years old. It's probably been warped and heated up, and who knows what it's been through. But we're gonna have to wait to get this machine till Saturday when I can do it. And since our EGR tube broke, we went ahead and tapped these and put some pipe fittings in there, some 1/8 inch, I believe, or 1/4 inch, whatever these are, and hopefully that holds. Might not be the prettiest, but sure is pretty dang good for me, so I ain't complaining. I also went ahead and got some LED lights right here. These are for the dash and wherever else we can put them in for the old bulbs. Hopefully it doesn't look super goofy. If they do, I'll go ahead and take them out, but we're gonna wait on that until my clear piece for the gauge cluster comes in, or for the gauges. Those all jacked up and cloudy. I told you guys in the first episode I was gonna try to clean it, and that didn't work out, so I went ahead and ordered a new one from LMC. And while I was at work yesterday, my dad went ahead and painted this air filter cap for me. Made it all pretty and new, so new looking actually. And he went ahead and cleaned up the alternator here, so we got a shiny alternator and a shiny new air filter cover, so it'll be looking pretty good under there. I was also telling you guys how my tag lights weren't working, so I went ahead and ordered some new ones from LMC. So we're gonna go ahead and put those in, change them out, see if they work, which I'm not sure if they will. We might have to figure out some wiring issues and maybe clean up a ground or something. Well, actually, these have a single wire for power, and they actually ground themselves to the bumper, so we'll have to figure out why they aren't getting power if they don't work. And looking up here to get these off, there is a 1/4 inch little screw bolt up here, and you just gotta get this on there. I've been going in between sizes, guys. I don't know what's going on, but nothing seems to be working, so we might have to come up with a redneck way to get these 35-year-old little screws out, and we're gonna go to replace these tail lights or tag lights. Alrighty, we have a 9/32 here. See if this gets them loose. And this is a 12 point. 6 point would not fit on there. And yeah, we got it. Alright guys, looking up here, these are a T15 for this tag light housing. And that's the wrong way. When you try to loosen these old guys right here, the back of it will spin, which it could do that no matter what. So you'll have to go ahead and put some pressure on that to keep it from spinning. And once you get those loose, this guy should come right out of there. And here are the new ones, a lot shinier, a lot clearer. It looks like they're about the same length. We'll have to switch these little holders over, and that's about it. And these also came with Phillips instead of the T15, so you can get it with a little screwdriver. And there's ink coated on the back here, so I don't know. Hopefully these still ground. I'm not completely sure. Maybe the screws are what grounds it, but we'll figure out here in a minute. Alrighty guys, so when you take these tag lights off, make sure you don't lose those little clips that go on the back for the screw. I took this side off about a week ago, and I thought they would stay on there, and they're completely gone. And then this side, I just took that side off, and one of them is broken, as you can see. And then this one is, I mean, that one's there, but it's all rusty. So I'm gonna try to find some of these. Hopefully I can find them somewhere, because the new ones do not come with them. And I'm also going to go ahead and sand behind the tag lights where they go, just so it's clean behind there, because it looks like it's starting to rust. So we're going to get that all cleaned up. And don't forget to do the back side too. I don't know where this grounds off at, so I'm just going to go ahead and do both sides, get it all cleaned up so it has a good surface to go to mount down to. Alright guys, so I went ahead and picked up these guys from O'Reilly's. Where's the top of it at? These little clip nuts, number 6. Hopefully they work. They should. So we're gonna go ahead and toss these tag lights on. Alrighty guys, so we got the new tag lights on, and we went ahead and used those black things. They work pretty good. You're supposed to clip them on something, but we just went ahead and used them like that, so it'll do. I got them plugged in. Don't forget when you do this to put these little guys back on your wire up here, and you put it where that bolt is. Now hold that wire up there. We're gonna go ahead and do that and then see if they work. Alright guys, this is what it should look like back here. It has those little clips holding the wire up on both sides. Looking good. I'll go ahead and get a view from the back here. My dad flipped the switch and see if they turn on. Hold on. Alright, go ahead. And that one works. Do it again. And this one does not. So that's a problem. At least one of them works. Let me figure that out real quick. Alright guys, so we did literally nothing. We bumped the truck and it turned on, so they're both working now. So that's good. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be it for this video in old red here. We got a few things done in this video. A few important things like the tag lights and getting that manifold off. We still have to get it machined, so in the next video be expecting us to put that back on. I went ahead and ordered some headlight bezels for this truck here. That one's missing a whole chunk, and that chunk on that side is about to come out. It's cracked right there, same spot. So I went ahead and got some new one of those. So we'll probably be cleaning the truck up in the next video after we get the engine bay put back together. That's the most important thing right now. Obviously that takes time, we got to wait for it. So while we're waiting, we did a few things like the tag lights and all that. So next video should be up in another week or so. I'm not sure when my parts from LMC are going to show up here, but we'll be doing some interior and some exterior stuff, getting her cleaned up and look pretty. Obviously with this patina on here, she won't look that pretty, so we'll figure that out in this next few episodes and get these wheels cleaned up and all that. So that's going to be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like down below and share it with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't yet. We just hit 230 subscribers. Never once in my life did I think my channel would ever go anywhere, but I know it's not much, but compared to not having any subscribers and starting from zero, it is honestly quite amazing. So that's going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching, and be back next time.